Have you ever felt stuck in a situation and didn't know how to move forward? A familiar feeling, isn't it? That sense of being trapped in quicksand. The harder you struggle, the deeper you sink. It could be a job that drains the joy out of your mornings, a relationship that feels more like a maze than a dance, or a personal habit that's holding you back. Now think about this. What if our instinct to fight, to push, to struggle is not always the answer? What if, instead of using all our strength to force our way through, we take a deep breath, open our hands, and simply let go? You see, often the things that trap us are not as solid as they seem. They are more like knots. The harder we pull, the tighter they get. But when we stop pulling, when we relax, they start to loosen up. When we feel stuck, our first instinct is to push harder. But what if the solution is not to push, but to let go? Imagine standing at the edge of an airplane 10,000 feet above the ground. Picture this. You're a novice skydiver. The plane's door is open, and the cold wind is blasting in. The ground seems miles away, and your heart is pounding like a drum. Fear is clawing at your mind, whispering 1,000 reasons why you should not jump. You feel a tremor in your hands, a knot in your stomach. Everything in you screams to hold on, to stay where it's safe, to cling to the familiar. But then, you look down. You see the world spread out beneath you like a beautiful canvas. It's intimidating and yet so inviting. There's an entire world waiting for you if you dare to take the plunge. And in that moment, you realize that the only thing holding you back, the only thing keeping you stuck in the plane, is you. With a deep breath, you decide to let go. You push past the fear, the doubt, and you jump. The wind roars in your ears. Your heart is in your throat, but you're falling, you're free. The world rushes up to meet you, and it's exhilarating. Suddenly you're not falling anymore. You're flying. The world is beneath your feet, the wind in your face, and you're soaring through the sky like a bird. You feel a rush of adrenaline, a thrill of freedom that you've never experienced before. You're not just alive, you're living. This, my friends, is the power of letting go, of stepping away from the edge of comfort and taking a leap of faith, of releasing the grip of fear and embracing the exhilarating unknown. It's about understanding that sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. So the next time you find yourself clinging to the edge of your own airplane, remember the skydiver. Remember that sometimes the fear of falling is far worse than the fall itself. Sometimes you need to jump to feel the thrill of freedom. In some parts of the world, people use a simple but effective trap to catch monkeys. Picture this: a coconut, hollowed out with a small hole just large enough for a monkey's hand to slip through. Inside this coconut, laced with the sweet aroma of fresh fruits, a bait that is simply irresistible to our primate friend. The trap is set. The monkey, attracted by the scent, reaches into the coconut to grab hold of the fruit. Its hand, now clenched into a fist around the bait, is unable to pull free through the narrow hole. The trap has worked. But here's the twist. The monkey is not physically trapped. It is its own refusal to let go of the bait that keeps it bound. This might seem peculiar to us. Why doesn't the monkey just let go? It's free to do so. The freedom it seeks is literally within its grasp, if only it chooses to unclench its fist and let go. But it doesn't. It remains stuck, a prisoner of its own making, all because it simply cannot let go of the bait. Isn't it fascinating? The monkey, in its relentless pursuit of what it believes to be valuable, ends up losing its freedom. This, my friends, is the monkey trap. But let's pause and reflect on this a little. Are we, in our own lives, not sometimes like this monkey? How often do we cling to our own versions of the bait? Be it a job we despise, a relationship that's toxic, or a dream that's long since lost its luster. How often do we find ourselves trapped, not by our circumstances, but by our unwillingness to let go? We hold on so tight, our knuckles white with the effort, and yet we wonder why we feel stuck, why we feel trapped. The truth is, just like the monkey, we are not trapped by anything other than our own reluctance to release our grip. Are we any different from the monkey, holding on to things that trap us? A successful CEO of a tech company decided to quit at the peak of his career. This is not a tale of failure, but rather a testament to the power of letting go. This CEO, let's call him John, was at the helm of a flourishing tech company. It was the kind of success most people dream of. He had a corner office with a view that stretched out over the city, a team of dedicated employees, and a product that was changing lives around the globe. But despite all the external symbols of success, John was not fulfilled. John had always had a passion for painting. As a child, he would lose himself in the swirls of color on his canvas, creating worlds that only he could see. But as he grew older, societal pressures pushed him to choose a more practical career path. He traded his paintbrushes for spreadsheets, his canvases for computer screens. But the passion for painting, that spark, never truly faded. One day, John made a decision that shocked everyone around him. He decided to step down as CEO of his company. He walked away from the security, the prestige, the comfort, to dive headfirst into the uncertainty of his true passion, painting. Many were quick to label his decision as a midlife crisis, a lapse in judgment. But John knew differently. He understood that true success is not measured by societal standards, but by personal fulfillment. In the quiet solitude of his studio, amidst the smell of oil paints and turpentine, John found a happiness he had never known in the corporate world. Each stroke of his brush was a testament to the power of letting go, of choosing fulfillment over expectations, passion over prestige. John's story serves as a powerful reminder that it's never too late to let go of what doesn't serve us, even if it's wrapped in the shiny package of societal success. Sometimes the bravest thing we can do is to walk away, to quit, to let go. Letting go of the familiar can open doors to unexpected happiness. So let's dare to let go, dare to quit, and dare to pursue our true passions. The power of letting go is essentially mastering the art of quitting. This might seem counterintuitive. We've been conditioned to believe that quitting is a sign of weakness, an admission of defeat. But is it really? Consider the skydiver who let go of the plane's door, the monkey that released its grip on the trap, or the ex-CEO who quit his job. These were not failures. They were strategic decisions, acts of courage that led to new opportunities and growth. Quitting is not about giving up. It's about understanding when to walk away. It's about realizing when an endeavor is no longer serving us, when it's taking more from us than it's giving back. It's about recognizing when the cost of holding on outweighs the potential benefit. The art of quitting requires a keen sense of self-awareness. It involves understanding your values, recognizing your limitations, and being honest with yourself about what is and isn't working in your life. It's about making the tough decision to let go of the familiar, to step out into the unknown, and to embrace change. But why is this so difficult? Why do we cling to the comfortable and the familiar, even when it's not serving us? It's because we're afraid. Afraid of the unknown, afraid of change, afraid of failure. But what if we reframed our perspective? What if we saw quitting not as an end, but as a beginning? A chance to start anew, to explore new avenues, to discover new strengths. When we master the art of quitting, we free ourselves from the shackles of fear and stagnation. We open ourselves up to growth, to new experiences, to the possibility of something better. We empower ourselves to take control of our lives, to make decisions that align with our values and aspirations, and to move forward with clarity and purpose. So remember, the next time you're faced with a difficult decision, consider the power of letting go. It's okay to quit. It's okay to choose a different path. It's okay to say, this isn't working for me, because quitting isn't failing, it's opening up to new possibilities. So, what have we learned today? We've seen how the skydiver, in a leap of faith, let go of his fear, free falling into the unknown. He taught us that sometimes we have to let go of our safety nets to truly experience the thrill of life. We learned from the monkey, who was trapped only because it refused to release the bait. This simple creature showed us that stubbornness and greed can bind us, and that freedom lies in letting go. And then, there was the ex-CEO. He demonstrated that societal expectations and titles are only as significant as we make them. By letting go of his prestigious position, he found true fulfillment and happiness. Each one of these examples underlines a fundamental truth. To move forward, we must learn to let go. The next time you feel stuck, ask yourself, what do I need to let go of to move forward?